When my eyes were burning, I was like, yo, this girl warned me. She told me not to compromise when it comes to my eyes. I don't think I'm going to do that again. Hi team, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. If it is your first time here, and on this channel, we talk about all things related to managing your money and adulting in general. So if that sounds like your type of content, please make sure that you check out our other videos. And if you like what you see, don't hesitate, smash that subscribe button and become a member of the team. So today we are doing a story time. And I am doing this story time because I would really love to get your opinion on this topic. You've already seen what the title or topic is that we're discussing today. I'd really love for you to give me your opinion on whether or not you've had a similar experience to the one I'm going to share and how you are navigating this whole concept in your adulthood. As I adult more and more, I'm finding that I have a lot of these scenarios play out, and I'm never really sure where the balance is or how to manage it accordingly. So that's really the essence of sharing this. It's not a 5 tips to, or this is the answer. It's a, this was my experience and it got me thinking. And in me thinking, I got wondering about what you are thinking and how you are navigating answering this question for yourself. Ne? Okay, so the time is, I'm joking. So I decided to do my eyelashes over the festive season. This was not the first time. I usually put on lashes when I do a face beat, but on special occasions, I only do my face on special occasions, and then I would use eyelashes. So this specific time I had tried individual lashes for my birthday last year in October for the first time. And then I decided to do them again for the festive season because Mr. M and I were going away, and I really just wanted to try something different and look cute without putting in a lot of effort. And I feel like individual lashes achieve that. So I said, okay, I'm going to go again because I've tried it before. Now, a bit of context. When I was doing my individual lash research, I obviously looked at a couple of places that I know, places that people have mentioned, pricing, reviews, and all of those things. And I remember that asking a friend of mine who's into lashes, hey girl, do you have any recommendations? What's your advice, etc.? And we had a bit of a chat about it. And one of the things that she mentioned to me, funny enough, considering what we're going to talk about today, she said to me, girl, when it comes to your lashes, please do not compromise on quality because these are your eyes that we are talking about. And this is your eyesight that we are talking about. So I really don't think that you should compromise when it comes to that. Even if you're going to pay something a bit higher, I feel like it is worth it because, these are your eyes. So it's like, okay, sharp, I'm going to look at the price and I'm going to look at the quality and the reviews and experience and some pictures as well when I finally make my decision about where I'm going to go. And don't we find that we do that a lot when it comes to comparing things and trying to find the right restaurant, the right provider, the right accommodation? You ask around first with the people you know, you do your research, and you're always trying to compare quality versus affordability and price and experiences and reviews and all of that stuff. I think we do that often on a lot of things other than just eyelashes. Sharp. Then I'm done with my research. Another thing that's very important to me is convenience. So I always also look at distance because I always tell myself that if I make this a thing, I must be able to easily go to this place without wasting a lot of time and without thinking too much about it. So that's another factor that I considered. What was interesting to me, guys, was that when I was doing my research of individual lashes, the price range was insane. By that, I mean, I found people do individual lashes for as little as 200 Rand up to 1,000 Rand. And I'm sure even more, but I just didn't look wide enough, right? And I just thought that, okay, why is the price so low in other places and so high in others? Maybe I should find something in between, but as long as there's reviews, I'm sure I'll be fine. So I did my research and then I decided to do my individual lashes at a place that sort of ticks some of the boxes. So it was pretty affordable. It was pretty close to home. So I get into this chair and I'm like, okay, cool. I know what this feels like now. It's going to be a breeze. Guys, as he starts the first eye, my eye starts stinging. And it's not only one eye, the eye that he's working on, it's also my other eye. And that is because of how strong this glue is. It was so strong. My sinuses started acting up and my nose, because this thing was really, really strong and it was burning my eyes. So I tell him and I say to him, listen, this thing is really burning and it didn't burn like this the last time. His response is, no, you're going to be fine. It's because it's your first time. You're going to get used to it. So I say to him that it's not my first time. I've told you before that I've actually come here previously to do my eyelashes, and it wasn't like this. It stung, yes, but it wasn't this bad. And then he promises me that it's going to get better, and he gives me some eye drops, and we continue. We continue through finishing the first eye. And when we are done and we're starting with the second eye, I say to him, look, by then he can already see that I am really uncomfortable. I keep moving around. My eyes are shut, but I keep moving around. I keep trying to blow towards my eye because it's really, really stinging. He starts on the second eye and I say to him again, my guy, this thing really, really stings. I am not comfortable. And then he tells me again, no, it's because it's your first time. You're going to be fine. Guys, it did not get better, okay? That's the first thing. It did not get better, but I was like, you know what? I'm already in this chair. Let me finish. Towards him finishing the second eye, he then tells me, he finishes the second eye and he tells me that, okay, we're going to give it a few minutes to dry and then I will let you know when you can start opening your eyes. Sharp. When he does this, he walks away from me for a good 20 to 25 minutes. At this point, I am feeling like I need more eye drops, but I can't. I'm saying hello, hello. He's not anywhere near me. 20 minutes pass, 25 minutes pass, 30 minutes pass. Eyeball, this guy's not here. So I open my eyes a bit to the lady in front of me and I say, who's also getting her hair done, did you see my tech? And he says, no, he looks like he went out for lunch. He's been gone for some time now. Okay, sharp. I continue shutting my eyes. I open up my eyes again and I'm now able to look around. He hasn't told me to open my eyes, but clearly I have no choice because this man has been gone for more than 30 minutes. I look behind me and he's busy enjoying his lunch. So I close my eyes again. We're now going closer to an hour. And when I look again, he has his earphones on and he's listening to music. And I call out to him. He comes back and I'm like, okay, but you said you would tell me when I can open my eyes. I've had to open my eyes now a bit because I was looking for you and it's not getting any better. I need more eye drops. So now you can imagine that some time has passed. He gives me more eye drops and then he says, no, it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And then I say to him, okay, then he leaves for like 10 minutes and then he comes back. Wait, before he comes back, I actually called him and I said, are we finished now? Because I think we should be done by now. Then he says, oh, sorry. Yes, we are done. Please try and open your eyes. At this point, my eyes are feeling a bit better, but I'm still very, very uncomfortable. Like I can open my eyes and walk around, but it still stings. So I think what made me more how can I say, because I wasn't angry, but I was quite irritated because this individual could see that I'm very uncomfortable throughout, but he was not offering me any eye drops. He was not offering me any alternatives. He was not asking me how I'm feeling. I'm the one who had to tell him how I'm feeling, even though he could see that I'm very uncomfortable. And even at the point, guys, where we were done with the process, I had to call him and be like, hey, are we done? Because you're listening to music and you're sitting down and you're not attending to me. So when we are done, I go to the reception area, the manager's there, and I take out my card and I'm ready to pay. And I say to her, because I am familiar with her, I say to her, look, this was my experience with this guy. I'm happy with how my eyelashes look. However, I'm not happy with the way that I was cheated. I really feel like he could have done better in making sure that I'm okay. Instead, he kept repeating that it's because it's my first time, even though it wasn't my first time. I felt like he could have taken more care in how he dealt with me as a client. Then her response to me is, oh my God, I'm so sorry about this. I've told him this time and time before, which told me that, okay, if she's saying I've told him this time and time before, it means that I'm not crazy. And this is something that he's done before, but clearly it hasn't improved or changed. She calls him to us and she says, look, I've told you this before. You need to change this. Service is important and whatever. So then I'm like to her, okay, cool. Thanks for handling that. And then what is the total? She tells me the total and then I pay. At that point, I felt like she could have also done more because of the terrible experience that I had that I explained in detail, to be like, look, you don't have to pay for the full amount, or the next time you come and do a refill, you can do it for free, or we really value your support, because I do support them with other things other than my eyelashes. But there was none of that. She told me what the total was, apologized, spoke to him, and told me to pay the full price. Okay, sharp. I was happy with the way that the eyelashes turned out, so I suppose that's why she charged me the full price. But in previous instances, in other places that I've been to, even though it was not a salon to say, but people would take more care in making sure that you're okay, especially when you compare. Sharp. So that was my experience, guys, with the eyelash place. After that instance, I decided that I'm actually not going to do my nails there that December. I am going to do them somewhere else. Now, the place that I decided to book at to do my nails, I booked there for two reasons. Number one, I was really angry about the experience that I got. So I decided that I don't want to spend more time there or come back anytime soon. Number two, I really like the booking system of the second place that you guys know very well, and most of you will guess where this place is. So I decided to make a booking at that place. Guys, when I got into that salon, the day after I did my eyelashes, right? I was greeted with a smile by the tech who was going to help me. She introduced herself. I was just noticed how clean and beautiful looking this specific branch was. I had been to other branches of this specific company, but I had not been to that branch. It's quite new. It was clean. It was beautiful. So as I walked through the door, the aesthetics were already aesthetic king. And it just made me feel better. The fact that it was beautiful, it was nice. People were smiling. It was an early morning appointment that I was not supposed to get because it was fully booked, but they made a plan for me. So I walked in, I was greeted by all this, ne? Then before I sat down, my nail tech introduced herself. She sat down, we sat down, and then she's like, okay, would you like anything to drink? We've got cappuccinos, champagne, wine, juice, tell us what you need. And guys, I just took a deep breath and I was like, because at the previous place, they don't have any refreshments, right? Understandably so, guys. I know that you get what you pay for. So I'm not expecting them to have all of these fancy things, but I'm just speaking about a completely different experience that I had the very next day, starting not at the work, but at the door, right? So she asked me what I would like to drink, and I'm like, okay, cool. I will have a cup of coffee and just a glass of water, and then I'll let you know if there's anything else that I need. This is my first interaction with this specific tech, because I tried a new branch. So I sit down as she's doing my nails, she's like chatting to me. And then what I also noticed is a couple of things. Firstly, as she's doing my nails, she keeps asking me every 20 minutes, every 25 minutes, are you fine with the shape? Do you need us to change it? Are you happy with what you see? Is this the color that you want? Is it starting to look like what you envisioned, or what you wanted? I didn't get any of that the previous day at all, okay? I was the one begging for attention, not the other way around. And this lady is just like, are you happy with the shape? Do you need anything? And something else that I noticed on my right is on the wall, there is this message that reads, and I'm paraphrasing, right? But I think it's pretty close. I remember it pretty close. It reads, please pay if you are satisfied. We are only happy when you are. The we are only happy when you are, I definitely noticed. It is written big and bold on the wall for everyone to see that we prioritize service, we prioritize quality, and we are only happy when you are happy, right? And I was so, so happy to see that. And it felt like I was in another world the very next day, okay? At a not even far distance apart, I was in another world. And I began to ask myself, why are things so different when you get to certain places? And I know that the price has something to do with it, but I feel like there are certain things that don't come with a price that you can honestly offer with your service to just make it better. For example, asking me if I'm okay, asking me if I'm satisfied as a client does not come at a price. That is something that is free. You don't have to promise me a free service if I'm not happy and go to that extreme, but just checking on me if I'm okay, not walking away while you are delivering a service to me, not listening to music in a corner and disappearing into your own act when you are supposed to be treating me. There's a lot of things that I experienced the first day that I felt like that other salon could have also given to me, but it didn't. And then I began to ask myself, is it unfair of me to ask for this standard because I paid a fraction of the cost? And does paying lower mean that you are buying a less quality service and you should get a less quality experience because that is what you paid for? Because I feel like little things like, please, thank you, we appreciate your service, we're happy when you are, those things are things that you can delight your customers and clients with without having to pay. Things like cleanliness. Your space of work does not have to be the most aesthetically pleasing, but it can be clean, it can be hygienic. But nowadays, I feel like we have to pay for certain things. And why I say that is because there's certain supermarkets, guys, that are so, and these are chain supermarkets that are well known, that are so filthy. They've got good pricing, they've got great deals, but they are filthy. Like, they are not clean. And then you get other supermarkets that are super clean and super hygienic, but you find that their prices are much more expensive. And I'm like, are we really paying for the cleanliness of a specific place now? Are we paying for the exact same commodity but at a higher price because that environment is clean? Like, why can't everybody be clean? Why can't everybody prioritize hygiene? And again, I know that, being clean comes at an extra cost sometimes because you have to hire extra staff, etc. But basically, where I'm going with this is, how low are you willing to go when it comes to compromising quality for price? And how high are you willing to go for things like thank you, what would you like to drink, a clean place, a hygienic place, and all of those things? Because I think now, honestly, sometimes we are being robbed. You'd find that certain people are selling a cleaning product that is the same brand for a fraction of the price as the other supermarket, but you're paying so much more for that same brand because it is in a hygienic, clean environment that has friendly staff and friendly service, etc. So, I mean, how far are you willing to go for price and quality, I suppose, is my question. And I find myself asking myself that question when it comes to restaurants. I find myself asking that question when it comes to, where I shop for my groceries and stuff like that, because I am happy and comfortable to pay for quality, but I feel like some people may make us pay too much for quality that is really not varying to that degree. And some people want to give us like the bottom pit level of quality, even though there is still a payment. So how are you guys navigating that space? Have you had similar experiences where you've compromised on price and paid dearly for it? Or have you had experiences where you paid a lot of money, but you felt like you could have gotten the same thing at a cheaper price? I really find myself asking myself this question a lot when it comes to, like I said, accommodation, where I go out, where I sleep when I go away, and all of those things. Just how far am I willing to go and how low am I willing to go for a bargain? Because I think we all want a great experience, and I don't think all great experiences necessarily need to come at a price. Because wow, guys, like the other day, the last example, I saw a certain place sell a mango for 32 rand, a mango, and another place sell a mango for 17 rand. And I thought to myself, these mangoes are almost the same size. Are you telling me that this mango is so delicious and so different and so fresh that it is coming at that much of the price? Honestly, from little things like food to things like clothes to things like experiences and stuff, I'm finding myself asking, how low am I willing to go and how high am I willing to go? Because paying a certain price for certain things feels ridiculous to me. But at the same time, I think as I grow up, I'm expecting a certain level of convenience and of service when I do decide to pay. So guys, that's my experience on bargaining. And I don't want to lie to you, I did think of what my friend said. When my eyes were burning, I was like, yo, this girl warned me. She told me not to compromise when it comes to my eyes. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I'd rather not do it, or I'd rather try another place. I know that price does not always link equally to quality. I know that I could have had the same experience paying double or paying triple. I do know that, but I'm speaking for this specific conversation. I just want us to talk about where price does equal a better experience, because where I did my nails, I did pay almost double what I normally would have paid in that salon for my nails. But the whole package was just amazing. It was unmatched from the door to the way I was taken care of right till the end, to actually the quality of the nails as well. It was really, really good and they lasted long. But I asked myself, was it worth double, and how far am I willing to go? Anyway, guys, that is my experience. I'd really love to know what you have experienced and if it's anything similar to mine. As per usual, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, consider subscribing to this channel for more conversations like this on adulting. Bye, guys.